This is very weird. I know nothing about Sherlock, by the way, so this is the first time I'm getting the Sherlock Holmes experience. Yeah. So this is interesting. I didn't read that.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery.
Is he dead? I swear to God if Kazuma's dead.
Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle.
I swear if it's Kazuma. That looked like Kazuma.
So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed.
Okay, no, it's not. It's not Kazuma. It's not Kazuma. It better not be. Stephanie, in Object to This, is like so like. Hang on. She's not that hung up on it, but she's like, it's definitely. He's definitely gonna die.
Someone of a different nationality.
Maybe it is. What the fuck is that?
This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident by the victim himself, I would venture.
It better not be.
Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
Shh. That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What?
Don't be absurd. This is murder. An cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Holmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
Is it raining? Fuck. It's fine. All of that really confused me, and I'm just hoping that Kazuma isn't dead. Ugh, my head is throbbing. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Wait, I can't move. The fuck? Oh, what the? Did he get arrested again? Why am I in handcuffs? He did get arrested again. So you wake up now, We have to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. What? You found me then. Duh, we found you. And now you pay. Criminal. Why was that spelled with a K? How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, sorry. Now you've been found, it's time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. No, I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that? Yes. Hello. Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Susato, it's obviously not me. Miss Susato. Wait, what did you just say? Take his life. Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Fuck off! Kazuma's not dead! They do this every time! Fucking Ace Attorney, man! They make me fall in love with someone and then fucking take them away from me in the second case. That is not... Don't you fucking dare! You're the killer. Do not try to make excuses. What? Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. Fuck off! Fuck off! I don't... Fuck off! Kazuma's not dead! Here, in this very cabin, that was bolted shut from the inside. His body Please, do not try and tell us you are doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead. But he can't be. And these handcuffs, surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please. It wasn't me. No. Kazuma, it was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your travelling case onto the floor. I thought I was going to die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look. Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you can find yourself in my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. Ugh, I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. Oh god. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you'd better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my travel case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. The fact that these two are such fucking dorks that they made that... What? They actually, like... He's stowed away on the thing. Okay. I love them. Stop worrying. I'll tell you what, why don't you write keep out or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. I can't believe he's dead. Fuck off, Ace Attorney. Why do you keep doing this to me? We'll leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make trouble for yourself. Murderer. No, I'm not a murderer. Duh, you said before, you said you'd admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship. Millie just got off the bed. Yes, I mean, yes, I did stow away on this ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susato-san. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you too. Oh, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. Well, yes. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try and find out what really happened. Your best friend is dead, that's what happened. And I'm sad because I love him. Kazuma's death. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs. Ahoy! Hello! What's up? I'm playing Ace Attorney. And I just found out that Kazuma, who was my favourite character from the first case, is now dead in the second case. So this is fun. Ace Attorney always does this. They always make me fall in love with the character in the first case and then kill them off in the second one. That's what they did in the first game. That's what they're doing here. And these handcuffs, they think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from the outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been someone inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died. The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until the expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. Can't anyone tell me what exactly happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Here's the thing. He probably was killed because of this mission thing that was mentioned in the last episode. Or the last case. I think they're calling them episodes. But in the last case, they were like, the judge of the case we were doing at the very end, he said, don't forget about your mission. So it probably has to do with that mission, surely. And surely, well, it has been like 2 weeks for this guy, but surely he would remember that. Wait, what did he say? Hold on. Sorry. Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please, whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. And does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside, he was dead. Fucking hell. There was Kazuma-sama collapsed on the floor. I love this guy! Why did he have to die? I love the shoddy, like, tape on the floor. It's funny. And the white tape here now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too, trust me. I have no idea what I'm watching. Yeah, that's fair. I live streamed for 6 hours yesterday playing the first case. Essentially, this is a spin-off game from the main game of Ace Attorney, right? And Ace Attorney is a lawyer game, so you play as a lawyer and you investigate stuff and you try and find out who killed someone. This is a spin-off that takes place in the 1800s, I think. It's the Meiji era of Japan. There's like some kind of treaty with Great Britain, and these two second-year law students, Kazuma and the guy we're playing, who I can't remember the name of, they are second-year law students, but Kazuma is like really big or whatever, so like he's really good at what he does. So he's going on a study abroad trip to Great Britain, which is what they're on a boat right now to go to Great Britain. And they keep saying things about the Empire and how amazing it is, and it's kind of really weird, but yeah. Also, Sherlock Holmes is in this, except it's not Sherlock Holmes, it's Herlock Sholmes. It's basically a murder visual novel investigative thing. It's good. You have to stick around to actually understand it, but yeah, it's decent. It's decent. Now I've told you everything that I know, so it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. Ryunosuke, that's his name. Ryunosuke. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Stowaway. Yep. Why are you even on board the ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea, but how could you have occupied Kazuma-san's cabin for so long without him noticing? No, that would have been impossible, obviously. Sorry, he didn't tell you. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? Fucking fly. I miss him already. It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Oh, also, we were on trial before for a different murder, and that's what the first case was. And that's what I played yesterday, and it was 6 hours of a really long first case, but yeah. He was meant to be defending us, but then we were like, no, I want to defend myself, and then he helped us, basically. And he's a really good lawyer. We are not. We are a stumbling idiot, basically. But we got through it because of him, and now he's dead, so fun. Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it, I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. You're a second-year law student. What do you mean? Are you not a law student? I'm very confused. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. Is the audio levels okay, by the way? I didn't check beforehand. I'm assuming it's fine, otherwise we would have said something, but I just want to double check. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the centre of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then what? Nothing. Forget it. I miss him. I miss him. I spent 6 hours with this guy and now he's dead. Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then was darker than I've ever seen it before. Susato-san? I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. If you're not the culprit, then tell me, what happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed. Well, yes. Very convincing. I know it sounds unbelievable, really I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Aww. She's cute, I like her. I can't wait to get to know her. Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... please, forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me, I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you, but the trouble is, there is no one else who could possibly have done this. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? Ugh, I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry, but Kazuma was killed right under my nose here. And I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life and how and why they did it. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Hiya! What is he doing? Yes. What the? That was a Susato takedown. A Susato what? What martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry, prove it. Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime. Of course, he couldn't have put that over. It had to have been... Yep. No, that makes sense. In order for that thing to be over the door like it was, Ryunosuke would have had to be inside the thing and someone else would have had to put it on the outside, which means Kazuma was alive. Or it was the killer who put it there. It was either Kazuma or the real killer, either way. It would have had to be Kazuma to put that there.
Yes!
It would have had to be. Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, why are we still upside down? Was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes, it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Ah, yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me out? Aww. I love these two already. I'm gonna miss Kazuma though. Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least. Thank you. So you finally believe me? I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. Conjuring trick? The fuck is that gonna mean? Okay, some fucking magic apparently. What does she think I am, a magician? Literally. We're on the same page. For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. Fuck yeah, you will. Examine. Come on. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me. What? I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it's not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about his crime? Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. He might have useful information though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Niet, of course not. Is that what that says? Niet. Now back to corner of room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there. He seemed a little flustered. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. Ah yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? You can click buttons. I'm sure you're careful to look all around using 4 and 6. Cool. Now let's investigate all corners of this cabin. Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. Okay, so I can use 4 and 7. Cool, good to know. Okay, let's look at this. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Well, didn't Kazuma carry a katana around with him everywhere? What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? Susato, this is the moment where I fell in love with you. I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. Okay, what's this thing? The books have fallen over on the shelf, look. They've all toppled the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mown down at once. I wonder if perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think? I'd seriously doubt it. Then perhaps... It's a bit hot in here already. It was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Ooh, do we get a closer look? Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. Interesting. Alright, the case I came in. It's a very large travelling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes, I see it says "this way up" in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realised the foreign crewman wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear. Being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a Susato takedown. Okay, I don't quite want to get to the actual stuff yet. Let's look at his precious sword. Yes, he never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone, but I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. Okay, what's this thing? Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. The brush strokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, his calligraphy was a reflection of his heart. Yet can you really look at these characters without feeling shame knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on this ship. Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't wing.